Moving on, during a side event held at the 60th session of the UNHRC in Geneva, human rights violations in Bangladesh came under sharp criticism. The human rights activists from South Asia and Europe expressed concerns over widespread human rights violations in Bangladesh. We have a report.
Human rights violations in Bangladesh came under sharp criticism during a side event at the recent UNHRC session in Geneva. Organized by the Center for Gender Justice, a short film screened at the event highlighted how radical Islamist groups have openly lynched political activists linked to the Awami League. It also depicted extrajudicial killings, attacks on religious minorities, and the destruction of temples and Sufi shrines. Activists said that human rights violations in Bangladesh have risen to the highest levels.
But what we have seen in Bangladesh is someone that grabbed the power not to ensure any reform, not to ensure any democracy, but quite on the contrary. He needed 18 months to turn democratic elections impossible, because it is absolutely impossible to hold free and fair elections in a country where the most important party is persecuted the way it is.
Professor Millat, president of the Global Center for Democratic Governance, accused the Nobel laureate-led interim government of killing at least 213 Awami League leaders and activists, while historic sites linked to the 1971 Liberation War have been destroyed.
Human rights violation in Bangladesh at its highest level in last 54 years. All sort of population, it's not only the minorities, they are tortured, no doubt about that. Even the Ahmadiyya people are getting tortured. Hindu, Muslim, Christian, nobody is spared over the last 14 months. As you know that more than 2,500 cases has been documented of torture. About more than 30 people has been killed, minorities.
Calling the upcoming elections in Bangladesh as fraudulent, the human rights activists and experts called upon the international community to help in bringing back democracy and the rule of law. The forum concluded with a unanimous call for increased international attention and stronger measures to protect human rights defenders, minorities, and vulnerable communities in Bangladesh.
I think the international community need to wise up a little bit more on Mohammed Yunus. He's promised one thing, but then he hasn't delivered. And I think the international community need to sort of lend a hand to the moderates and people who just want a good economy in a society where the politicians don't go to the streets and they don't want to kill each other. And I think that's what Bangladesh needs.